Hey family, on today's show, our guest will share how he's able to travel the world and get paid for it whilst he's living out his passion. So this is not about me, but more about others and their success and the tools that they've actually used in order to get to where they are today. Family, in studio, I've got with me Mr. Eon Le Roux, one of the top five finalist of The Voice Season 3, I think. Ian, how are you doing?
Good, and you, Uncle Lucian?
I'm good, my good sir.
It's good to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
100%. When I heard that you are back in South Africa, I knew that, you know what, I must use this opportunity. And I wasn't sure whether I'm going to be getting an invoice to get to you.
Well, the invoice will be coming. No, I'm just kidding.
I hope it will be one in hands and not in dollars. Wow. Ian, thank you so much once again for actually being here and being willing to actually share with people on what the journey has been like. But before we get to where you are finding yourself today and what you are busy with and how you are impacting not only South Africa but globally, who is Ion and where were you born? Yeah.
So, my name is Eon Le Roux, if you don't know. And I was born in East London, South Africa, and then moved from East London to Malmesbury, just outside of Cape Town.
Sure.
And then from Cape Town, or at least Malmesbury, moved to Port Elizabeth. And this is the place I call home.
Okay.
Because I have been here for most of my life.
Yeah.
And it is the greatest city in the world.
Oh, yes.
As I tell everybody, all over the world, they ask me, where are you from? The greatest city in the world.
Wow.
That is what I say to them. And this, where is that? South Africa, Port Elizabeth. It's like, how do you say that? How can say? And I've got 3 siblings, 2 brothers and 1 sister. So yeah, we are a music family. I think my
Okay.
mom and my dad were kind of the very big influence, had a big influence on us, kind of singing. And so that's basically where Eon Le Roux where I grew up and was influenced and enjoyed that side of things because of my mom and my dad having that influence of singing and growing up in music. And so yeah, that's basically who I am.
Sure.
With siblings and music. Yeah.
So, like most people, they would believe that, you know what, this person is born to sing, for instance, especially when they heard you on TV, they were like, wow. I like have goosebumps whenever I listen to it. One of my favorite ones is I Feel Good. Is that
Yes,
the
that's
name
the
of it? Yo, I listened to that one on repeat. Still do. So people would believe that, you know what, you are just born with that voice. How does one actually, like the musician that are finding themselves maybe now, how can they, for instance, do what you are doing? And are you born with it, or what does it take in order to be able to operate at the level that you are?
So for me, it was, I mean, a lot of people have that question, and a lot of people think that you need to be born with a talent. And once you are born with a talent, no one else can kind of get that talent. For me, I was beaten into singing. That was my mom. My mother beat me.
Praise your mom.
Absolutely.
Amen.
And at the time, it was frustrating,
Sure.
because like the aunties and the uncles will come and visit, and then she would say, now stand in front of them and sing. And then if you decided, so you must make a decision in that moment.
Yes.
Are you going to be disobedient to your mother
In front of the audience?
In front of the audience, or are you going to obey her and do as she requests? And many a time I would disobey. I would absolutely disobey, and then the consequence
Yes.
of disobeying is beating. And my mom would just be like, very kindly and gently, go wait for me in the room, and we will talk about this later.
Sure.
And then I know, pak is vast.
Ja. Hier kom 'n pak slaag.
So, so I have a lot of gratitude and love for my mom for, in the manner that she did, forcing and beating us into singing. Because what she would say, like many of the time, like I said, I have 3 siblings, 2 brothers and 1 sister, and my eldest brother, he would be rehearsing singing because he also loved singing, and but mostly because my mom forced him as well to sing
Okay.
sing in church.
Wow. I see. I think Mom is gonna start a coaching career here.
Sing in church and everything. So that was her style. Like,
Sure.
getting involved, come and sing the song. But also, as a family, we would sing together. So that what was also a fun experience. So everybody would stand and sing a song. Everybody would get a chance. So when I was 3 years old, she said, he would be rehearsing. So he's 11 years older than me. So he's like 15 at the time. Or what is it? 14 at the time, sorry. And he would be rehearsing a song, and I'll be rolling around on the floor, and I'll be singing with him at the age of 3. And my mom would be like, what is happening? How is this possible? And he can't even talk properly, but he's singing with. So when she saw that character, that gift that I received, she then forcefully helped me to recognize and acknowledge that this is a gift.
Yeah.
And help me develop that gift.
Sure.
And the opportunity that the community that I was surrounded by, my mom, my parent, or my dad and my mom, also church as well, school, giving me the opportunity to perfect my craft. Because it didn't just happen overnight, that I just, like the question that you asked, are you born with it?
Sure.
Or can you get that, or get to that level? So it is definitely something that you need to develop, something that you need to work on. There are obviously different techniques that as you grow older and you expose yourself to people who can help you, teachers, vocal coaches, people who are established in the music industry, they give you those tools to better your craft or make it a little better and help you perfect the thing that you want to do. Because sometimes you don't want to blend in with the crowd. You want to stand out, or what is it what is the thing that you want to stand out for, or you want to be what is your brand basically? What do you want to be known for?
Sure.
And so then these people kind of help you develop that craft, or that talent, should I rather say, and give you the tools and the techniques to be able to fulfill that brand that you want to become. So to answer your question, no, I wasn't born with it, but it was rather a building, a development to reach the level. And still, I'm growing. There's still a lot of things that I don't know, but I'm a kind of person that likes to learn.
Okay.
So if you can teach me something, how do I sing a particular note? How do I get there without hurting my vocals? Or how can I prepare a warm up, for a performance? Is there a better way to kind of do this so that I can be the best and give the best that I can for with my gift.
100%. Now, we have a mutual friend, Elton Zakay. So he always say that your gift will make room for you.
Yes.
And I will have him on the show tomorrow. But how has your gift made room for you? Which doors have opened for you since showcasing your gift? Because I know a whole lot of viewers that are watching now, maybe musicians, and they are not having the world singing. And most probably from this episode, they can learn on how to actually utilize their gift.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I also like to encourage people. Whoever I get the opportunity, and thank you for the opportunity to share my story. And if there is anybody wanting to get into music and into this industry, they can definitely follow these steps. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's all about how hungry you are
Okay.
for what you want to achieve. My story, kind of just what I did was every opportunity that I could, I would sing. So, like I said, firstly, the relationship between singing and music, between me and music, was forced. It was a
Yeah,
forced
yeah.
relationship. And when I realized the power that or not the power, but the power that music and how it affects people,
Sure.
and how it can change someone's life by a song, and not particularly like gospel music, but that's where I kind of started
Sure.
singing in church. And when I saw that this song that I'm singing really touched someone and helped them through their difficult circumstance, it was really an encouragement for me to see that, okay, this is a whole lot bigger than what I thought it could be. And so I started just asking people, can I sing? Where can I sing? Are there any events around? Can I go around and just give it, give me an opportunity to sing? And yes, there were opportunities that they would give me, and I would sing for a plate of food.
Yeah. But not anymore. Or a bigger plate at this point of time.
Now it's a bigger plate.
Sure. $1 plate.
So there were those opportunities, and sometimes when you believe in the gift that you've been given, you automatically feel that when you start and you pursue, you think, okay, I'm going to start on that level. And so many people are going to be amazed by what I can do and all
Sure.
of that. And then you realize you are disappointed.
Yeah.
Because that's not what happens. Because it always starts off small. You always
Sure.
have to start off small. And you need to understand that it's not about. I was listening to another guy. He said that success is what you make of it.
Sure.
Success may be different to different people.
Yeah.
So for me, with regards to music, success was just singing at a place, singing, asking people, where can I sing?
Sure.
And so then I would say to myself, wow, I'm singing at 5 different events
Sure.
within the month. And that kind of makes my view regarding my gift and what I'm pursuing, it makes me successful. Or
Sure.
I feel like I'm successful.
Yeah.
And then as you grow in that, you see that there are different goals that you want to achieve.
100%. Someone said that success is a moving target.
Yes, exactly. And once you have reached that goal, you're like, oh, I've reached this. I feel like this is success. Now we move to the next thing. Maybe have my own concert.
Sure.
Now that I've had so many events that I've kind of sang at, and a lot of people kind of know who I am. Um, the great thing, well, I think with me starting off, social media wasn't as prominent as it is now.
Sure.
So that gives it also a little more opportunity for musicians starting out, putting yourself on social media, just singing a song, playing a song from your laptop, taking your phone out and recording yourself. But as my journey went along, that is what I did. I recorded myself, because YouTube and those things started becoming a thing
Yes.
as I kind of grew in my journey with singing, and then started putting myself on YouTube and on Facebook. And then more people started recognizing me and seeing me and acknowledging, okay, this guy can sing. Maybe we can invite him to come and sing at our events.
Yeah.
And that's how the snowball effect kind of grew. And then it was just a matter of time and patience, understanding that success doesn't happen overnight. But yes, there are cases, social media, where someone goes viral,
Yeah.
and then gets that amazing opportunity to kind of do that. But it is about of persistence, consistency, making sure that you are actively searching for what you want to achieve. And if you don't do that, you will just be on the level that you are,
Sure.
and remain there, and then nothing will come of that.
Now, I know a whole lot of people that have gifts. So it doesn't have to be a musician or, I mean, people are watching here today who have different gifts. And the goal is to give them tools on how to use that gift and become an entrepreneur, or basically just have getting a gigs, or getting or how to start a business from it, whichever doors open. So, how has life changed since you actually went on The Voice? And I mean, how many million viewers does The Voice have? And almost everyone in South Africa knows now who Eon Le Roux is. How has life changed?
Life has been for me what I was grateful for. So on The Voice South Africa, we weren't able to see the support that we as contestants had from our different cities where we were from.
Okay.
And because we were really secluded, we were just in a hotel. Then we would go to the theater, rehearse. So that was our journey
was
back
life.
and forth.
Yeah.
So we weren't really exposed to anything else other than the theater and the hotel. But coming back to PE, the response and the welcome was absolutely ridiculous. It was another auntie from the car. I just landed, and then the auntie screamed, "I supported you. I voted for you."
Yes.
So I was like, "Thank you, auntie. I appreciate you."
Sure.
So it was really, it was something that I never. It is difficult to understand and comprehend, like being recognized by people. It was because I'm a very humble guy. I'm a very,
Yes.
I'm not a like a show off guy or someone that is.
But saying that, doesn't that contradict? I'm joking. No, we
That's
all
funny.
know that. No, definitely, because even like, yeah, everything you do.
So it was really difficult to wrap my mind around people like just off the street, or on the street,
Sure.
someone's shouting, "Hey, Ian, I know I supported you, and like you're awesome." And I was like, "Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it." And people coming up to me and saying, "Hey, Ian, I supported you. I voted for you." So that was like, it was really a warm and fuzzy feeling for me, knowing that my hometown was so supportive and behind me and standing by me and giving me that opportunity to reach the finale of the Voice South Africa. And this also opened up doors for different events, bigger events, because now that I am recognized, and because of the opportunity that I had singing on the Voice South Africa, the whole of South Africa
Yeah.
knows who I am, and this was a blessing for me, because now I could be part of different events, part of
Sure.
not just PE, but Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban, Pretoria, um, George. They were in even Oudtshoorn as
Sure.
well. So that was the was really a blessing for me to kind of be a part of that, as life has evolved from the Voice South Africa. So it was I absolutely enjoyed it. And the question that you also asked was regarding the entrepreneurship side.
Sure.
um, and me getting to the Voice was definitely, I had to have a business mind,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that was good preparation
Sure.
for life after the Voice of Africa,
100%.
because you need to know like practical things. Um, Giving out a quote, for example.
Yeah.
Someone
Brand
asks you,
deals.
yes, someone asks you, what do you charge? Do you charge? What is it? You need to know. It just making it a little bit more professional.
Sure.
So having your own, setting up your own little invoice with your name on the invoice, saying this is your bank details, your contact number, and just having that sort of professionalism puts your brand on
Yes.
a just a little higher level than someone else who just who is not on that perspective of
Yeah.
pursuing your dream as gift, whichever gift that is, music,
Sure.
like you said, it's not just music, but
Yeah.
in any sort of field. But just having that professionalism, and looking at yourself as, like you say, a business. Because if you go into a shop, this is, or like whatever services you are looking to
Sure.
kind of do or get, then they give you an invoice. Then okay,
Yeah.
this is a legitimate business.
Sure.
But if it's just like, hey, no, I charge 100
Yeah.
rand, 150 rand, just this is my account
Yeah.
details. Like, okay,
Or buy
maybe.
Nando's or whatever.
Yeah, like,
You know.
yeah, it's not. But then once you become a brand and you are trusted, because like Nando's and McDonald's, people won't just go to a local shop
Sure.
unless someone recommended, saying,
Yeah.
I went there
And
and
it's
this was great service, it was amazing. And then it becomes a trusted brand. So for you as an entrepreneur, in your whatever situation you find yourself, especially for me now, specifically music, you need to have that perspective of, how do I stand out? What can I do to make people trust what
sure.
I am giving? And that was the lessons that I've learned prior to The Voice. And then being part of The Voice, when it opened up even more, I already had that knowledge, and being with people and individuals who have made it in the industry, like the Rihanna Nell,
Yeah.
as I call her, Auntie Rihanna Nell, Uncle Ricky Rick, Uncle Francois van Coke, and Auntie Lyra, speaking to them,
Yeah.
like just being a sponge. What do you do? How do you do things? What is it that you guys have done to achieve? And those were the little details and the little things that they kind of suggested and gave to us. So it was food for me, and I was just like eating everything up like a sponge, and that is how things changed for me. Just having that mindset of what can I do to better my business, to better my vision, and the goal that I've set for myself to achieve success. These are the steps that I need to put in place, and it's simple things.
Sure.
It's not you trying to. For me, it wasn't about fame and fortune. It was just about how can I put these little steps in place to achieve and make my brand a little better and stand out a little more than the rest.
So before we get to what you did in order to now be able to travel the world and sing, because most of our viewers most probably also want to know how they can use their gift or turn it into a business. I just want to share this one thing. We growing up with you, I know that you call everyone uncle and auntie, whether the person is younger than you as well. So one day we were at church and you called me uncle, and I went to my wife. I said, "Do I look this old?" Then she was like, "Why?" I said, "Eon just called me uncle." She's like, "No, I must now go to the barber and I must shave more." Only when I realized afterwards, no, that's just the word that you are using.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, I'm sure you get that a lot. I'm like, uncle, auntie.
Oh,
So yeah, tell me, how did it happen that you are now able to? I mean, people are looking at you and saying, you know what, you are traveling to the US, traveling. I mean, like everywhere throughout the world, singing. How did it happen, and how can others also maybe get into that?
so the opportunity of The Voice South Africa opened up so many doors for me. Um, and this was one of the opportunities that I've always wanted to sing on a cruise ship. It was always a dream of mine to do, but I just did not know how
Yeah,
to do it. And I'm sure there's so many people who want to know
sure.
how do I do that? And so after The Voice, I decided to release a couple of songs, and that was also, according to my success and the goals that I wanted to achieve as a musician, business person, entrepreneur. That is the thing that I set for myself, and I did. Was blessed enough to be able to do that, and so as soon as the song was released, um, I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, I want to go and do and sing on a cruise ship." And she was like, "Really? Is that what you want to do?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I've always wanted to travel the world and see different cultures and
Yeah,
people." And then what happened was she went into a little supermarket in PE, and there was a guy at the teller. And as she approached the teller, my song on the radio started playing.
sure.
And my mom is a very forward person. She's very, and I'm
But you beat them.
grateful. I'm grateful for the personality that she has. God has really blessed her with an awesome personality. And she's very proud of her kids and proud of her family.
Sure.
And so she's not scared to talk about what her kids have achieved. And she just went up to this guy and said to him, "Do you know who's singing here on the radio?" So he's like, "No, who is singing?" So she was like, "No, it's my son. This is his new song that he released." And she just randomly uttered out, he also is interested in singing on the cruise ship. And there was a gentleman standing next to him, and he burst out burst out laughing. And my mom was like, "This is kind of strange. Why is this guy laughing?" And then he responds and he says, "The reason why I'm laughing is this guy that you're talking to
Yes.
is the head technician on one of the cruise ships, which is Royal Caribbean." And that was, to my mom, was like, "What? What
Yeah,
is this?
this is God.
This is absolutely God." And so it was just, and then he said, "This is my business card, kind of, let your son, call me and contact me." Eventually we got into contact with one another, and he told me this is what he does, and he can help me get onto the cruise ship. So what he advised me to do was, if you go onto Google,
Sure.
you can type in cruise ship agents, and especially for music,
Sure.
and or whatever position you want to find yourself,
Yeah.
because there's a whole lot of positions available on cruise ships, and you can just go onto Google and you can just type in those, or that specific thing, and then these agents will pop up onto your screen, and you then can send them an email to say that you're interested in applying. Or you can, I think the agent for me was kind of the easiest thing.
Yes. Yes.
Because they are in direct contact with the cruise ships. But there's also direct links you can go. So if you want to MSC,
Yeah.
there's so many cruise ships. There's MSC, there's Royal Caribbean, there's Carnival Cruise Lines, there's Holland America, there's Disney, there's Princess, there's oh my goodness, I can't name all of them.
Yeah.
Norwegian, I can't name all of them off the top of my head, but there are so many cruise ships that accept and have the opportunity to go onto their website and
Sure.
apply directly on the website for a position that you are interested in. But for me, the easiest one was just getting an agent.
Yeah.
And then the agent has all contacts for all the cruise ship lines, and then they will contact them on your behalf.
Sure.
So you just need to prepare a video, maybe 7 to 10 minutes. That's what I did as a musician, a singer, compiling a minute or like a chorus, a verse and a chorus.
Sure.
And then once you've compiled that video, you send it off to the agent, and then they will guide you specifically as to what else you need to do.
So is there maybe okay? So people can go to Google. So there you have it, fans. You can go to Google, and depending on which gift you have, then there are always agents to actually connect you with these people. But luckily, you had someone who had direct contact, and that obviously cuts out the middleman who gets a cut of your check. And so the opportunity, is it equal if you go through someone directly or through an agent? How does it affect you?
It does affect you. It affects your paycheck because you need to pay someone, and that's what I am doing. I have an agent, and
Good.
I kind of pay the agent. But for me, it was I wasn't. If you're not familiar
Sure,
and
definitely.
know exactly what to do, how to do things,
Yes.
then you can do the agent.
Yes, and it's
but
not a bad thing because I mean they're rendering a service and they put you in connection with the right people because you don't want to find yourself thinking that you're going to Dubai and you are washing dishes.
Exactly. Exactly. So that does help. Also, with regards to, for my first time, when I did apply and received the opportunity to go, they were very helpful like, this is what you need to do. Go for a visa. These are the forms that you need to fill in. This is what you need to do, how to do things, what is necessary for you to do, not to do, what to expect, what not to expect. And it's not always accurate because I think some of them haven't been on ships for quite a long time. So the what I had was, it was the guy that I spoke to. He was currently working on the ship, so he could give me the reality
Sure.
of what ship working on a ship, a cruise ship, actually looks like and what to expect. And so that was, I was grateful for that. Not like, I mean, you can tell someone and share your experience with someone, but unless the person actually goes and experiences it for themselves, then it's a totally different kind of thing. Because he said his first time was amazing, and
Sure.
everything was good, and just the food is, you eat the same food every day, you see the same people every single day, so that kind of gets a little um, um, difficult. But and then when I went, I was like, oh, so it's not that bad. It's not,
Yeah.
And then it was absolutely horrible. It was absolutely horrible. My first experience was so bad. It was completely bad.
Is it the food or
The entire experience.
okay?
So, just a short.
I wanted us to get to this.
Okay. Just a short a story. So when I arrived there, okay, before that, um, I had to go and do my visa.
Sure.
And this was right after they opened up the borders, or they opened the world. This was COVID, after COVID. And then I went to do my visa. When I got to the visa place, they said I needed two visas, a tourist visa and a seafarer's visa. But so when I arrived there, Donald Trump just closed the borders from South Africa to America and not receiving anybody. So I was like, okay, so what am I going to do now? Went to the embassy. Embassy said, unfortunately, we can only give you one visa. And when Donald Trump decides
Yes.
to open up the borders again, then eventually, I think it was maybe a month that went by, and then he opened the borders, and I had to go back to the embassy. And so the embassy was in Cape Town. So travel from here to Cape Town twice was, it's a distance, and
Sure.
yeah, so it was very difficult. Then difficult thing. Then I got to America. Got there, and it was my first time in the US. Get to the custom and border police, they call me one side. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's over. Oh,
There's a
it's over.
Latino.
Oh, it's over. I am going to be interrogated. I am done. Absolutely, I'm scared. And went there. They asked me, okay, sir, what are you doing here? And so I said, no, I'm working. I had all my documents.
Sure.
But what had happened was the documents that they sent me, because I was postponed due to the borders closing down, they gave me a ticket, and then had to cancel that ticket, and then they had another ticket
Sure.
printed. And that was also a problem for the police, because now they're like, but you said you were coming here, and this is, so what are you doing? What's happening? So I'm like, please just call Carnival Cruise Line, and they
Yeah.
will. And confirmed everything was fine. Went through. Then a week later, there was a problem with the monies that the company paid to me. It was too little.
Okay.
And so what happened is they pay every 2 weeks. And then, so at this particular time, I have just $50, which is about 1,000
So,
rand.
man.
And $50 in America is not a lot of money.
Yeah.
Um, because a meal costs about $40, just a
Wow.
meal. And so they paid me too little. And they said, bring $200 with you for the first 2 weeks so that you can just survive until you get paid. 2 weeks went by, $50 left. They haven't paid me enough. And the next payday is 2 weeks.
2 weeks away.
And they paid me $40. $40 for 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my goodness, God, where am I? Where am I? This is absolutely ridiculous. If I knew an auntie or an uncle down the street who
Yeah.
can just, send me a couple of dollars to survive or whatever. So it was a difficult kind of experience in a new country.
Sure.
Which is something that he didn't, the guy who told me or shared his experience
Sure.
with me, he didn't go through that. And now here I am going through this.
Yeah.
And then eventually I invited my brother, Stanley, and now we are together. And his first experience was
is that?
nothing like mine.
Okay.
He was like, oh, this is awesome. This
amazing.
is amazing. This is a huge place. Everything is fun. Everything is great. So I'm like, yes, because I I went through the fire.
Yes, the leader always have to go through the fire first.
Went through the fire to make the way clear, knowing the ways. Okay, this is a problem. Let's navigate this way. Let's do this. Let's move this way, and knowing what to expect and what to do. So so it was really a difficult thing, but because of my faith and because of what I believe, and because I was earning in dollars as well, that was on my mind. Um, if I give this opportunity up, what am I going to do back home? So when someone says it's about consistency, perseverance, it's not just words that
Yeah,
that people say. It's not
Yes.
just an idea that
Sure.
people say to persevere, to be consistent, to be disciplined. Because when those people say those things, they have experience,
Sure, there's a story behind it.
yes, in why they say this is what you need to do. Because when I was faced with these circumstances, unfortunate circumstances, those were the words that I held on to for dear life. My faith and encouraging kind of Bible verses, going back to church and all the sermons and everything. My mom would encourage me every day. And then I would hold dear to that. Be consistent.
Sure.
Be perseverant. Just be disciplined in what you do. Because once you move through that difficult period, the grass is greener
Yes.
on the other side. And you know
As we
what pitfalls, potholes to avoid,
Yes.
and how to navigate and say, okay, if I do this, this is happening. So I've been there. I need to move this way and avoid certain things so that you can achieve the very goal that you have set out to achieve and be successful.
So now, how do you still do gigs in South Africa, being exposed to like on a global level, or do you totally not perform in South Africa anymore?
No, definitely. I mean, for me, it's a lot of the people on the cruise ships that I've had the opportunity to be on
Yeah.
say that some of the musicians that have grown up in their cities, they don't like to give back. They don't
Sure.
like to have that they have achieved success.
They have a dollar mindset now.
They have achieved success, so they don't want to go back to their hometown where they were struggling and
Sure.
the people that supported them. They don't want to do that at all. So I was like, that's sad, actually. That's really, really sad. So for me, I still definitely perform in PE back home in the greatest city in the world. Um, so yes, I do. Whenever there are events and people, think about me and they say, "Hey, would you like to come and perform at our event?" Then I definitely go and do my best to. But it's also kind of difficult because I'm in and out of the country.
Yeah.
So whenever there are events, I may not be available in the country as well at the in the greatest city in the world. Um, so that's I'm in the worst place of the world. No, I'm just kidding. Outside of Port Elizabeth is the worst places
Yes,
in the
yes.
world.
PE is the place to be.
PE is the place to be. But yeah, so yeah, I definitely that's my heart is still. I love Port Elizabeth. I absolutely, you have no idea. I've been to so many places. I've been to so many places. Maybe 9 countries
Sure.
so far. I think there's more than that. But just off the top of my head, 9 countries, places. I've been to so many places, and it's beautiful. Really, some of these places are really beautiful.
Sure.
But
Mm.
but there's a big but. There's a huge but.
Oh yes.
It is nothing compared to PE. Just the friendliness,
Yeah.
that just for one,
Yeah.
you get home and people are friendly.
Sure.
People smiling. How are you doing? A simple thing of a hello.
Sure.
We go to America, you want to ask someone, can you help me? They ignore you. They ignore you. They don't want to help you. They've got no time for you whatsoever.
Sure.
And so I was like, what is going on? There's just be friendly, be nice, be kind.
Sure.
And that is what I love about being home. Not just that it is my home and this is
Sure.
where the food, oh my goodness, the food is absolutely horrible. Elsewhere.
Yes, yes,
Everywhere
yes.
elsewhere.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's the best, absolute best. So yes, I love.
So, obviously, many watching this, they are finding themselves having a specific talent and not necessarily knowing how to actually be paid for it. So you have shared a whole lot of value in terms of where musicians can go, how they can do it. But what would you say to a person watching this and who has maybe a different talent or the same talent on how do they put themselves out there?
Because of the times and society that we live in nowadays, I think social media.
Sure.
There are guys that I follow on TikTok.
Sure.
They go and ask people, "Can I cut your grass for free?"
Yeah.
And then they just record that and they put that online.
Sure.
And people then are exposed. I mean, I'm in South Africa, they in America,
Sure.
and I'm watching someone cutting grass.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. Just like how he does it and what he does and how he helps his community. So you are in turn growing your business
Yes.
by putting yourself on social media. Although you are doing it for free,
Sure.
you are growing your network. You are growing your influence, so that when these bigger opportunities do arise,
Yes.
you then can go for branding. You can
Sure.
go for asking for people to companies to back you. So they are different. For me, the main thing is social media has
Sure.
taken society by storm,
100%.
and that is your main place. There's YouTube,
Sure.
there's Facebook, there's Instagram.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you do, you can just record.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
What you're doing.
I cut hair. Like a friend of mine,
Sure.
he has started a which I thought was really really cool. Is he does house calls
Sure.
to cut hair, and I was like, this is amazing because I've never
Yeah.
seen a barber
My barber comes
coming
here.
to my house and cutting my hair.
My barber comes here. He saves me the traveling time. He saves me. It is a bit at a premium, but
Yes.
if you look at the time that
Yes.
you save,
Yes.
because I would have had to travel there, come back, wait in a line, and all of those kind of things. And I like what you mentioned in terms of being willing to work for free. Many people think that, you know what, if you work for free, you're giving, people are going to think that you are worth nothing.
Yeah.
But if I look back at my first coaching program, I did it for free. I got testimonials, and then I charged $600 per year. Then I started to charge 10,000 rand per year, 30,000 rand per year. I've got people paying me way more than that. And I've got over 50 people actually with one of my programs paying me more than 30K per year. So, but I had to start small.
Yeah.
So, starting small doesn't take away value from you because, I mean, right after this podcast, I'm going to a business and I wrote a book for the CEO for free. And when he saw what I can actually do, now they're willing to pay me another 15K on a monthly basis attention. So imagine I do that to 10 businesses. So at the end of the day, but if you're not willing to do things for free, how should they recognize you? How? Because they already have someone maybe rendering that service.
Yeah.
And who are you? Who's Lucian Godfrey? They don't know you. So being willing to work for free. In fact, I listened to Robert Kiyosaki speaking on the fact that he's willing to work for free for 3, 4, 5 years. And when doing that, when the paycheck comes after 5 years as an entrepreneur, we know
Yes.
that it's totally worth it.
Yes, definitely.
Even like the podcast, same with the studio, we went to specific individuals and said, you know what, you actually have potential to become a model or get brand deals, etc. We did some work with them. And due to that, now on a daily basis, in fact, now on a daily basis, we wake up to between 20 and like 100 people, new people following, etc. And once that goes, then obviously we know where we go after that, brand deals and all of those kind of things. So depending on whether you are willing to work for free will determine how far you will actually go because you will never have a guarantee that it will work out.
Definitely.
Ian, thank you so much for putting out the time to be here. Is there any last comments or motivation that you would like to share with anyone watching today?
Yeah, sure. Like I said, be persistent, be disciplined, be consistent. You never know, as Uncle Lucian said, you never know where that person might come from, where you will end up, where you don't know if that person is watching or whoever is in the same place as you, seeing that you wanting to pursue your dreams and looking up to you and you becoming that model or that influence to that person and encouraging them just because you are persistent, you are consistent, and you are disciplined in what you want to achieve. So keep going, keep striving. You will receive your reward and be successful at the end of the day.
Thank you so much. There we have it, family. So as you know that this podcast is all about showcasing others that and their journey towards their vision, basically. So depending on, in fact, let us know in the comments, where do you see yourself, or what is your vision? And if you see yourself there already, then that already, I would say that that is actually more than 50% of the work done already, because you have seen it, because you can't go to a place that you have never seen. So even if you just see it in your mind, where do you see yourself, or what is your vision? So I will obviously be responding to each and every comment, and then also maybe if you can share with us what your talent is, and then when sharing that, we will do our best to actually connect you with a coach, or whoever can help you on that journey. Ian, I'm going to tie my luck here now, but what's the chances of us just reliving the voice? Is there any
There's
song that
no
you would
job.
like?
I'm kidding. Yeah, no problem. Not a problem at all.
100%. Please go for it.
Awesome. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drift on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling good. Yeah. Oh, fish in the sea. Oh, you know how I feel. River running free. Oh, you know how I feel. Oh, blossom in the trees. Yes, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Woo!
That's so natural. Yeah, I know you speak really well, but when you are alive, right? Wow, that's fucking good.